Welcome in, guys, and I am back to do my instant game reaction for Week 3 of the Falcons versus the Lions, our second back-to-back game of the season, second back-to-back home game of the season. And again, looking back at last week, we was a lot better than we were last week against Seattle. After that overtime defeat, Tyler Lockett in that overtime defeat. We did well, and we did well in bouncing back again and win one against the Falcons. Again, this Falcons team is coming into this team is no joke. They're 2-0. They was 2-0 coming into this game. Desmond Ritter's had some decent games so far this season as the starting quarterback. You had, a couple of you had Drake London to think about, especially that chemistry between Desmond Ridder and Drake London. That was the thing that was considering going to this game, is how to contain Drake London in this game. He's a great talent. I'm a fan of him. But you go into this game and we start off with a field goal, 0-3 in the first. Then the Falcons get back in the game with a 3-3. Sam Laporte got his first touchdown of the year, which is good to see that he got a touchdown, and he's getting up to speed with the Lions. That was great to see that he got his first touchdown of the season, and first one at home to make it 3-10. Then it was 3-13 going into halftime. It was 3-13. Then Jared Goff got his first rushing touchdown as a Lion, making it 3-20. Then 6-26. And the Lions 6-20, and we get the win. Jack Campbell had a good cameo. Jack Campbell was good in the defense. Aiden Hutchinson had his first sack of the year, which was good showing. And what I do like is that, and much as I'm not the biggest fan of Jack Campbell, I'm liking that our secondary was a lot better, and it was a lot better, the secondary. I like the secondary that we're having. Especially on the defensive side of the ball, we've got Jack Campbell, we have Aiden Hutchinson, we have Malcolm Rodriguez, Kirby Joseph. We've got a good secondary, I think, again, as well as Brian Branch as well. We have a great secondary in that defense side of the ball. And then you look offensively, we have Amon St. Brown, which again, going into this game was an injury worry. It was a bit of a concern, was he going to play or not? He did play this game, didn't have any touchdowns or anything like that, but he did played in this game. Jamar Gibbs, he's been one of my. If you talk about my favorite in this draft class, my favorite in the draft class for the Lions, my favorite so far, Laporte, you look at Campbell, you look at Brian Branch and Jamar Gibbs. I've got to say Jamar Gibbs is one of the guys I've been really impressed with. I'm impressed with Brian Branch as well, but Jamar Gibbs, he had a really good showing in this game. 17 carries, 80 yards, no touchdowns, but he had a good game, and I've been really impressed with seeing him these last 3 games. He's been really good. Jack Campbell, like I said, was good in defense. Anderson was also good in last year, but he was he was good in this game as well. Brian Branch, that was a steal. We got Brian Branch. Sam Laporte, I'm glad that he got his first touchdown of the year. He looks like a good addition to this team. But again, I still think we still need a quarterback. We still need to think about getting ourselves a quarterback. But the goal is still this year is we need to get to the playoffs. And you look at the NFC North. You look at NFC North, and much as it is a dumpster fire, and everybody in the NFC North, including ourselves, are transition teams. You look at the Lions, myself, not my team, the Lions. We're trying to get to the playoffs. We're not Super Bowl contenders yet, but we're not Super Bowl contenders at all. But we're trying to get to the playoffs, and at least because I think if we can continue what we did end of last season, and what we can do to this season, like we've shown against the Chiefs this year, and what we showed today against the Falcons, that we can take some teams off guard, and we can say shit, we can actually take a couple of good wins in the playoffs against some good teams. Especially if we're at home. I think at home that's going to be the thing this season. If we're at home and we get some good wins, especially if we beat the Bills or whatever, or be whoever, like the Bills or the Ravens or the Bengals, like a team that is usually in the playoffs. And if we get them in the playoffs, that's a pretty good thing. Like if we get one of those teams at home and stuff like that, that we could take one of those teams in the playoffs. But the goal is, like I said, get to the playoffs this year. We have to be a playoff contending team this year, and then next year we have to go for a quarterback. I don't want to go for another year Jared Goff, and people say, "Oh, Hendon Hooker, you got Hendon Hooker this year." Yes, we got Hendon Hooker, but he's again 25, 26. The upside in him, you know, he's going off an ACL injury. He's 25. He's not really the end game. For the Lions, he's not going to be the franchise guy. We need to find something like maybe like a Travis Jordan. I've been preaching for him. Travis Jordan, he's 23 years old. He's a quarterback from LSU. I've been watching him recently. I think he's one of the guys that we have to look at in the quarterback position, and that's one of the positions we have to think about next. Obviously, more weapons, I think, wide receiver and stuff like that. But we have to get ourselves a quarterback. Travis Jordan has to be one of them. Considered, in my opinion, has to be one of them that we have to look at. Other things happened in this game, though, we had Desmond Ridder was sacked 6 times. He had an okay showing. He had 21 throws, 21 out of 38 throws, 201 yards, 201 yards. Again, if you're a Falcons fan, you need more weapons around Desmond Ridder. If he is going to be the guy, you need to put more weapons around him. You have Drake London, Ellinger, you have Cordell Patterson is still in this team. Again, you need some more weapons around Ridder if he's going to be the guy. You need to work on the trenches. You need to work on, the weapons that you can throw to. Like, again, it's great having Drake London, but you need some more people as well to help. Not just Drake London, but you need some more improvement on the wide receiver position and the trenches as well. But good win for the Lions, and we've got next game. Our next game is this Thursday on prime time against the fucking Packers. Jordan Love versus Jared Goff. We beat the Packers last season. We beat them twice last year in the division game. So let's hope we can do it again on Thursday night. Prime time, bitches.